Hey, last time we did a DIY video on making stamps. But I got a lot of questions from people who said, I want to make those stamps with my kid, but I'm definitely not going to give my kid an X-Acto knife. I got you covered in this video. Today, we're not going to use those erasers. We are going to use craft foam and no X-Acto knife this time. This time it's just going to be a ballpoint pen. And if it's going to be a little bit sharp, it's going to be some scissors, but I'll think you'll manage this time. And of course, we are going to need some ink, and we're going to need some paper, and preferably just a bit of leftover cardboard as well, and your kit, because the kit is going to do the work. But if you like to do this as much as I do, just watch this video yourself. You don't need a kit, it's just optional. My daughter is doing this demonstration for you, and she is drawing with the ballpoint pen on the craft foam. Because when you draw on the craft foam, you get these indentations from the ballpoint pen that you will see when you do the printing. She's a bit in the way with her hand, but the surprise is there when she reveals her heart. That's her logo, or at least that's what she says. And now she's going to cut it out. And because it's just a larger foam sheet, first she's cutting out just a piece of foam. So it's easier to cut. And now she is going to cut around her shape, but she is leaving a bit of pink around the ballpoint pen. So we'll get an extra mark then. Of course, you can cut around the ballpoint pen immediately, but then you wouldn't get the same effect as you would have now when you leave a little bit of extra space, because then it would just become a cut out stamp instead of just a drawing stamp with which you can make many variations in patterns as well. Since she is not a professional filmer, she's out of frame every now and then, but bear with her because she is doing absolutely great. Well, then she's going to get a piece of cardboard because she is going to glue her craft foam on the cardboard. That makes it easier to stamp. And I'm just using regular all-purpose glue. It could be school glue. Don't use anything fancy. It just has to stick on the cardboard. Press it down a bit, not too much, but press it down so it will stick to the cardboard. And when it's done, the glue can dry, so you can move it aside. And grab your ink. This is just a cheap craft store ink pad. You can use expensive ones, but it works absolutely fine with just kids' stamp pads. Just make sure there's enough ink everywhere. Otherwise, it won't get any print on your paper. But this is the first time she's doing it, so she's going to show you what works and what doesn't work. She puts it down. Now she's going to press it. But she started to move the stamp. And when you move the stamp, you get those smudges. And she just pressed like the middle part and not the whole logo she made. So she's turning the paper around and she's going to try again. Because making mistakes is just a learning curve. So it's fine for her to make those little mistakes and try again. Because she didn't want to press the cardboard too hard, because otherwise you get the prints from the cardboard. So, but now she's going to put it down, and she's putting it down with one finger and just dabbing around so it would actually give a print. And see what happens? This is a lot better. And you see that pink outline around her heart? That's actually the outline she had when she was cutting a bit around the indentation of the pen. Well, she wants to do another one. So she is grabbing her pen and she is going to draw. Well, what she's going to draw you don't actually see because she's in the frame with her hand, but she wanted to draw her own letter, the first letter of her name. Her name is Niene. But here's something you can learn from it, because she wrote the N exactly the way as she would write it. But that's not the best thing to do when you make a stamp, as she will show you. First, she's cutting out all the sections to make a nice stamp. Now she's got her N cut out and she's going to get the cardboard again, turning around her letter, and she is actually now finding out why it's not a good thing to get your letter and put it down as a stamp, because when you stamp it, it would get like a reverse image. But she's still going ahead. She would see the result. The thing she would do next time is actually make a mirror image of that letter N. If you're called Anna, like me, for example, you wouldn't see the difference. But when you're called like Niene or called Joe, you got the J, all those things, all those letters have to be in reverse before you're going to stamp them. And she's getting some ink because the pink didn't really show up on the pink foam. So now she's using the teal one so you can see better if it's all covered. And now she's going to stamp this one. And she's going to stamp it next to the one she just did previously. She's going to put one finger down to make sure it doesn't move. And then dab around so you get everything down. And then you see the end. But you see it's in reverse. I hope you love this video. This video is made by my daughter, of course. And if you like her, or maybe a bit more like me, just subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to show you a lot more creative fun in all the other videos. Give me a thumbs up if you like my daughter and how she performed in this video. And I hope to see you next time for more creative fun.